I'm an attorney in real life. I don't play one on television. I want to answer this question for all the teachers and for all the parents who may have unruly children. There are two things you need to know. If you are a teacher or an employee at any job and you are injured on your job while you are working, you have a claim for workers' compensation. Workers' compensation is paid by your school. You are limited in what you can recover. You cannot recover for like emotional stress, those types of things. So your recovery is kind of predefined by the workers' compensation laws, and it's somewhat limited. Now, if you are on your job and you're a teacher or really anyone else, and you are injured as a result of a third party, then you have a claim against that third party. For teachers, we are talking about children. Most of those children are going to be minors. So there are some special rules that would apply in the case of a teacher. In Georgia, there's a statute, OCGA 51-2-3, and I'm going to read it to you because it tells you how parents can be liable. And it says, every parent or guardian having the custody and control over a minor child or children under the age of 18 shall be liable in an amount not to exceed $10,000 plus court costs for the willful or malicious acts of the minor child or children resulting in reasonable medical expenses to another, damage to the property of another, or both reasonable medical expenses and damages to property. So if you are a teacher and you are injured by a child in the course of your work, you could potentially sue the parents of the child. So you can't sue a minor, you would have to sue the parents. And if the acts of the child were willful and malicious, then the parents could possibly be responsible for paying you up to $10,000. So that is the answer. But also remember, you may have other rights such as calling the police, those types of things in addition to a civil action against a child. So I am an attorney in real life, but I'm not your attorney, but I could be. If you have a personal injury matter, give our office a call at 470-WIN-4U.
All right, we're going to start talking about student violence against teachers because we cannot enact change unless we talk about what's going on, and there is not enough talk about this violence. My first story comes from an elementary special education teacher. She had shared pictures of the scratches and bruises that she received from another student, but I will not show that for anonymity. This student was an ISS for kicking and slapping the classroom teacher, and this special education teacher is the ISS for students who have an IEP. The teacher told the student that a Chromebook is not an option while in ISS, which resulted in the scratching and hitting violence against the teacher. The teacher was blamed for not just letting her do what she wanted, and the district supported the family by saying that this teacher was not a good fit for the student. There were no consequences, and the district was not going to do anything, so this teacher filed a police report to protect herself. Now she's an outcast with the district and administration. This student is now in middle school and has physically attacked the behavior teacher, stabbed the resource teacher in the neck with a pencil, and hit a classmate in the head so hard with a water bottle that the lid came off. They're just now looking at alternative placement. This is not okay. But I want to reach out to any child psychologist, behavior specialist, anybody with expertise in this area. What support can I share with this teacher as they move forward, or with any teachers who are dealing with violence? Please comment or DM me with any support that you may.
Hey, it's your brother Van Silk. Hey, he's trying to thought I was good. Caught me out there again. Oh man, this weather's going up and down, up and down. So listen, this is Common Sense with Van Silk. And another topic I want to talk about is school teachers. I used to respect my school teacher. I used to be happy to go to school and do book reports. Only thing I didn't like was the Parents Teachers Association meeting. The parents had to go to school and talk to the teachers, see how you was doing. But otherwise than that was like my second home growing up as a kid. Today, I look at the teachers, I feel sorry for them. First of all, they're not getting paid enough. Second of all, these students are very, 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 very disrespectful to these teachers. Now, we have other problems besides students assaulting teachers students are rude in class, and we live in a technology era today with the phones. The students on their phones in class, and they do their homework in AI and all this. There's also, we have a lot of teachers that have been sexually abusing, sexually assaulting, having sex with some of the students in school. That's a major problem. And that is something that needs to be really addressed. A lot of these young teachers, the young students, the male teachers and stuff like that. But you know, I'm going to mix this topic up and subject up because it's going to be the good, the bad, and the ugly. We got teachers who do good things. We have teachers that's been assaulted. We have teachers that have sexually abused students. And then we also have those teachers who just totally quit. Check out some of these videos. See what you think. And let me know, and I'll get back to you. Leave your opinion, and I'll get back to you. And we can look at some more of these videos and have an opinion. Common Sense with Van Silk.
Stop!
Don't break her phone, sweetheart. Don't break her phone. Don't do that.
She just needs to give me my phone.
You don't have to do this.
Right? If she gives me my phone,
Look, class is almost over. It's almost over. You're going to get your phone back.
right.
You're going to be expelled.
Right now.
You will be expelled from this school and any other school you try to get into.
No, I won't.
Because this behavior is unacceptable. So I need you to go.
No, I won't. Stop!
Let's go
Don't
right now.
touch me. What is wrong with you, old lady?
Jeez.
Jeez.
Not being disrespectful.
I'm not being disrespectful. You're putting your hands
I
on
know
me.
your mother, and I am going to have a nice long talk with your mother.
My mother pays enough money for this. Stop it! Stop it!
Give it to me.
Give me my phone! Give me my phone!
You really want your phone?
Give me my phone!
Have it.
Oh, no, you didn't!
Get out.
Get out
goodness.
right now.
Oh, my phone is broke!
I expect to see my phone.
I'm not taking
Oh
you're not
my
getting
goodness.
nothing.
Is your phone really broke?
My phone is broke. It won't even cut on.
That is my stuff, yes, sir.
Stop, Kevin.
First off, get out of
You
my
don't,
face.
Kevin.
Get out of my face!
Sit down. I'll knock your fist down.
But I am sure disgusted with the fact that you just have no respect for anybody, including yourself. And wearing this doesn't make you wonderful. Well, let's not go there, but you know what? It says be obedient, doesn't it? And you are not being obedient.
Wait, you saying trust is
You are not being obedient. That's all I'm saying.
That's a little crossing. Wait, what she's trust.
You are not being obedient by not listening to the teacher. I don't care who it is up here.
Hey, ma'am, that's kind of disrespectful to touch his cross like that. No, you can't.
Yeah, tell me that I'm not being a good Christian.
I didn't say that. I said
You,
are not
but you
being
implied
obedient.
it, and that's not okay. It's never okay to tell someone that they're being a good Christian.
I didn't say that.
Only God can say you're not being obedient.
No, she's not.
Don't yell at me! Give me the phone.
No, I don't want
Give me the phone.
I don't want it.
Here's your choice. You give me the phone and you might get it back in 8 minutes, or I take it to the office and you never see it again.
Why?
Because you're not supposed to have your phone out. Arrgh! You know how hard it is sometimes to be your teacher. I should be able to come to school and teach instead of coming to school and babysit.
But like, there's 8 minutes until spring break. Why would you take my phone?
Because I hate them.
Why would you do that?
Where'd he go?
Put your hands down, Harmony. Maisha. How you think she felt when you walked up and slapped her? Do any of y'all want somebody to just walk up and slap y'all? No. That is not cool. And Dario, don't laugh.
And you know every single one of your parents feels the same way that she does. So don't act like you don't get in trouble like this.
I don't want nobody walking up to her, slapping her, and I don't appreciate her slapping nobody else. Now go.
Dear Aisha, I apologize for the incident that happened on Friday.
Go ahead and just say what you need to say. You don't have to say a word from word. Say apologize sincerely.
I apologize for...
Put your hands down.
I apologize for what happened on Friday, and I won't let that happen again. And for me putting my hands on you, my mom put her hands on me.
What else? Ask her, do she accept your apology?
Do you accept my apology? Yes.
I apologize as her mother for her doing that. This will not happen again. Now, I'm not telling her she can't hit. I look after you.
It's not that hard. In 12th grade, you're not going to know what to do. Because Mr. C, he's trying to help you learn. If y'all can't handle it, go back to pre-K.
She doesn't appreciate people not taking school seriously.
It is not funny. This is serious.
Student gets real disrespectful with her teacher.
Oh, I can come over later. Yeah, that's fine.
Where do you think you at?
I'm on my phone.
In my classroom while I'm teaching?
Yes.
That's very disrespectful.
Okay.
Give me the phone.
Oh my God. Who do you think you are?
Listen.
This is my property.
I am sick and tired of you. I'm tired of you. You have been disrespecting me since day one. I already called your mom. Your mom is on her way because I want you out of my class.
Let me talk to her.
Oh my.
They're quitting is because these kids are mean and they're making the class.
I was ready to be paid absolutely nothing. I was ready to have to figure out how to teach to a test and also to teach to my students' needs. I was ready for parents to be either accusatory, unreliable, or outright hostile. I was ready for kids to not like school and to act out in normal kid ways, and I was prepared with fidgets and natural consequences and building relationships. But the system was not prepared for the volume and the scale of behaviors that they are seeing right now. At my school, we had 1, 2, 3 levels of intervention, and every single kid, if you followed the chart, would hit the top of the intervention plan. And those interventions are so time consuming that they're not designed to be done on every single kid in a grade. And in my school, we had grades where 70-80% of the kids should have been in intensive counseling. They were sometimes active dangers to themselves and others, and you couldn't get them removed until something had happened and it was already too late. And there's 1,000,001 answers to why the kids are acting like this, but the parent reason, the one behind all of them, is both very easy and very hard to wrap our heads around. Do you remember in the beginning of the pandemic, that feeling that you had when you still had to do everyday things like go to work or go to the grocery store when the whole world was falling apart around you? Do you remember how it felt like a betrayal of your humanity in a lot of ways to go about your daily life when there were people who were suffering as much as they were? Do you think about that now? How often do you think about that? How profound of a long-term effect did it have on you? Now imagine you're 9 and your grandma in the nursing home is locked up tight and you can't go see her every Sunday like you used to. You can't go to school, you can't see your friends, you can't leave your house, but you still have to turn on your computer and do your math homework every single day. When you, a grown-up, were a kid, why did you do your work? It's because you had to, right? That was just the reality. You did it. You just did it. But that stopped being the reality for a lot of these kids for quite a long time. And then when we popped them right back in school and said, okay, now everything's good and we're going to move on, they can't deal. We can do that, but they can't.
And so they're losing it because the world is losing it. Kids can't deal with cognitive dissonance like adults can, and this is how it's showing. I don't know what the answer to it is, but this is where it's coming from.
A Florida judge sentenced a teenager with autism to 5 years in prison for attacking a teacher's aide at his school. Surveillance video shows the teenager shoving the woman to the floor and punching and kicking her after she took his video game. Because he was 17 years old during the attack, the judge had the option of sending him to a juvenile facility or to a group home, but instead he chose to send him to prison. The boy's mother told the judge, "Please let him come home with me. I promise I will watch over him and I will follow his treatment plan." An expert witness also spoke on the behalf of the boy and said, "The attack was a manifestation of his autism disorder, which is different from being intentional." Ultimately, the judge said, "I've considered his age and his mental health, but due to his senseless extreme violence, I'm going to sentence him as an adult because I have no reason to believe that the juvenile system will help him." Listen, you have an expert witness who testifies before the courtroom and says, "This attack was not intentional. It's just a spectrum of his autism." And you have a judge who's not an expert just disregard that. See, they pick and choose who's allowed to use certain excuses when they get in trouble. And a lot of times when the person in trouble look like this boy right here, it's zero tolerance. It's time to be tough on crime. Hear me out, y'all. The judge that made this call to send this boy to prison, this is not his attitude towards everybody that come inside of his courtroom. And because of that, we the people need to start removing judges like this from their seat. Judges are voted in by who? We the people. And when we the people start seeing stuff like this going on, it's time to come together and appoint somebody else who can understand the needs of the people.
Done. Give me this. I am tired of telling y'all to put your phones up. I said it 4 times before the bell. Goodness gracious. And you know what? You can get your phone, replace it, because I'm tired. Y'all pull your phone out, you get the same thing. I'm done. Oh, it's funny to you? I think it's hilarious because tomorrow's April Fool's Day and we're not going to be together, so that's not even Janae's phone. Oh my God. Pages.
Student throws her shoe at the teacher and she goes off.
Who threw this shoe? Who threw this shoe at me? Literally, who threw this shoe? Get the police. Get the police. Who threw this shoe? Who threw this shoe? Speak up. Was it you? So you ain't even got the shoe on.
That's not mine.
This is definitely your shoe.
No, it's not.
Are you serious right now?
That's not my shoe.
Are you serious right now? You
I'm
really
serious.
took your shoe off and thought it was okay to throw a shoe at me?
That's not my shoe.
It's definitely your shoe. Really? Really? This is your shoe?
No, it isn't.
Yes, it is.
Prove it.
I am proving it. You have one shoe on and one shoe off.
I just wore one shoe.
Literally, at this point, let me express something to you. I am not your mother. I did not come to school to play with nobody else's kids.
Okay.
That was totally disrespectful for you to throw a shoe while I'm trying to teach in my class.
I didn't do it.
At this point, I'm going to ask you to leave. Leave my classroom. You're being disrespectful. Totally.
I'm not going anywhere.
Oh, you're going to go somewhere.
I'm not going anywhere.
You definitely going to go somewhere.
Make me.
You're going
I'm not
to
going
go
anywhere.
Out my classroom.
Okay.
Listen. I don't know what your mama allowed you to do. I don't know what your father, your aunties, your uncles, I don't know who allowed you to act like this, but in my classroom, I don't allow it. I don't allow it. I'm not going to accept it. and I want you to get up and get out my classroom.
I'm not going anywhere.
Put your shoe on.
Oh yeah, thanks.
Put your
Help me
shoe
put my
on.
shoe on.
I am. Put your shoe on.
Thank you.
You can put your leg down, put your shoe on, get ready to get up,
I'm actually
get out my classroom.
comfortable like this.
No, you actually really starting to irritate me. I'm talking about on a whole nother level. I have tried to be nice. I have tried to be civil with you. You're being disrespectful.
Can you tie this for me?
I'm not tying nothing. I'm not tying nothing. At this point, I don't even want you out of my classroom. I want you gone from the school, because if you act like this...
You don't have that authority.
Oh, I got authority. But look at me when I'm talking to you. It's a sign of disrespect. Really? Really? No. Yeah, you totally disrespectful. Do you act like this towards your mother? Do you act like this towards your mother?
And if I do?
It's disgraceful. It's a shame.
She don't complain.
That's because she had you. I didn't. So at this point, I'm going to ask you to get up out your seat and get out my class, because at this point,
I'm not
you
getting
disrupting my
I'm
whole
not
class.
going nowhere.
And I don't allow people to disrespect me. Do it look like I allow people to disrespect me?
Well,
do it
my
look
shoe
like
is off.
I'm not on your type of time? I'm getting paid to do a job that I want to continue to do, and I want you to get up and get out.
No.
I really want you to do that. You're lucky I cannot. Because me being who I am, I would have got you clean up out my classroom. I want you gone. Like, seriously. I want you gone. Get up.
I'm not going anywhere.
Get up
I'm
and get
not
out my
getting
classroom.
up.
Get up and get out
I'm
my
not
class.
getting up. I'm comfortable
Get up
right
and
here.
get out my classroom.
I'm going to just read my book.
Really? You ain't trying to read. You weren't thinking about reading when you threw that shoe at me. Was you reading then?
I didn't throw
Was
it.
you reading then?
I didn't throw
You
just
weren't
gave me a
reading
free
then?
shoe.
Was you reading then?
Yeah.
Did you want to read then?
Yeah.
I told you to read 5 pages. Evidently, you didn't want to read then, because guess what? You took a shoe and you took it upon yourself to toss it at me while I'm trying to teach my lesson.
Did it hit you though?
It don't matter if it hit me. You disrespecting me in my own classroom.
Okay, and? What are you going to do about it?
And
there's only like 30 minutes left of this class.
I don't
anyways.
care if it's
Stupid
5
class.
minutes, 1 minute, 0 minutes.
Look, I threw something else.
I swear to goodness. Little girl, you know what I would do?
No.
I know
What?
you don't.
What are you going to do
Because
about
right
it?
now, I'm very professional.
What are you going to do about it?
I'm very professional at my job.
What are you going to do about it?
I'm
gonna take her
Oh
stuff
my
and I
God.
take her stuff.
Hey, the old me probably would have. Golly, you're lucky.
That's because you're just a
You're
teacher.
lucky.
You can't do anything.
You're lucky. You're
You
lucky.
can't do anything.
You're lucky. All right, when the police come, I want you arrested, because at this point you assaulted me.
I'm a kid. They can't.
You are not a kid. You putting on big girl drawers at this point. Big girl panties you're trying to wear. At this point,
I don't see that you could do anything. Honestly.
Yo, shut up.
Look.
Like,
literally.
stop. Oh my
Literally.
What are you gonna do about it? What are you gonna do about it?
Stop arguing with her.
You are
Shut
really,
up.
You are really irritating me. Do you see this?
Would.
So literally, when the principal
What? And what you do?
I don't not only want her.
Oh, so it's
I don't want you.
You a hot
only
mess.
Put out my
It's
class.
a problem for me
I
not
don't
to
want
have
you
a
put out
shoe,
my class. I
but
want
he
you
can
out
have
the
his phone
school.
out?
I want you out this school.
Okay,
Do
well you
hear
can't
me?
do anything
I want
about
you
it.
out this school.
Well, you can't do anything
You are
about
a
it.
just a menace to society at this point.
Is that
That's what
what
I
I
feel
am?
like you are. You're growing up.
I
You're
feel
either
pretty
gonna be
comfortable.
in jail or you're gonna be somewhere else, little
Okay,
girl. If
yeah,
you continue
jail.
to keep up this behavior, do you understand? Do you hear the words that's coming out of our mouth? Do you understand?
No, I don't really understand.
I really think you don't.
No,
At
I
this
don't
point,
understand.
I think you don't care about anything. I don't even think you
I
care
don't.
about life at this point.
I don't care.
Do you not care about life? Do you?
I don't care.
Do you understand where you're headed to? Straight up, just do you understand? You don't understand.
Because I'm
do you?
sitting in
This
my
is a
seat.
shame.
No,
What
you're
you got
sitting-
to look at?
You
Officer
literally,
Wellington.
you
What?
literally disrespected my whole class. You disrespected me. You disrespected her learning time. You disrespecting everything.
Yeah, I'm trying
and
to
you
learn
really
too.
don't care.
Do you think she's gonna retain any of that information?
Yes,
Do you
you
think
really is.
he's gonna
You-
retain
you're-
any of that
you're the only
information?
No,
one who
you're in
don't
the
care.
class. You keep arguing with her. Like, leave her
Exactly.
alone.
Brush your hair.
Disrespectful. Don't tell him to brush his hair.
He need to brush his hair.
No, you need to get out.
I'm not going nowhere.
You need to leave.
Why don't
You
you
need to
just
brush
go
up
out
your
there and
grades.
teach? Like your job is to do is go
My
out there
job
and
is
Thank
teach.
you.
Guess
Thank
what?
you.
You messed that up. You
Get
messed
her
that
out.
up.
She's
What's the
throwing
problem?
I
stuff.
literally want her out my class, but not only out my class, I want her out this school because she disrupted my class. She disrespected me. She threw a shoe. All that stuff you see, she threw all that. She needs to be
threw a shoe?
gone.
Yeah, she
She
tried to hit
needs
the
to be
teacher.
gone.
You threw a
Like
shoe?
straight up.
Is
You
my
need to
shoe
be
on
gone.
my
Did
foot?
you throw a shoe? Yes
Is
or
my
no?
shoe on my foot?
I asked you a question. Did you throw a
Does
shoe?
it look like there's a shoe
Literally,
thrown?
please get her out of here.
You guys don't even make sense.
You need to go.
She needs
You
to
need
go.
to
Where?
Come on.
You can't do this.
Yeah,
I'm
you
doing
really
it
can't.
right now.
I'm literally
Get
a
out.
kid.
Get out.
No,
You have a
you're not a
backpack?
kid. What?
You have a backpack?
I'll get that later.
Okay.
She needs
Are
to
you
go.
serious?
I don't even want her in my presence. Like
Anyways.
seriously.
I'm gonna come back.
Wow.
Wow.
I don't want her ever again here.
Wow.
She needs to go.
Oh my goodness.
Literally.
I'm
Hey, I'm gonna tell you one thing, class. You follow behind.
It's that easy. From my point of view, whenever I first
We don't want to be taught by someone who has still not been held accountable for or made amends for their sexual misconduct. John Komaroff spent his career harassing, silencing, and retaliating against students. He does not belong at Harvard.
This is a scene inside a Harvard class, where more than 100 students walked out to protest the Ivy League school bringing back a professor who students have accused of sexual harassment, including unwanted kissing and groping. Professor John Komaroff was placed on leave in 2022 after Harvard found that he had violated the school's sexual harassment policies. But he returned to teach this academic year, much to the dismay of his accusers and student activists.
Please join us in walking out of this classroom, because enough is enough.
Harvard, we won't accept sexual abusers as our teachers. Walk out on Komaroff this afternoon.
Over 100 students walked out of his first class of the semester to protest his continued presence on campus. In an emailed statement to the Harvard Crimson, Komaroff's lawyers wrote that the allegations were completely false. The student activists are hosting a rally this Friday. Students say they won't stop protesting until Komaroff resigns and Harvard takes further.
Let's go! You ain't gonna do the push-ups? Why not?
I don't care. I don't care about what you say.
What you gonna do with that?
Punch you in the jaw.
No, you won't.
Yeah, I will.
Go ahead.
No.
I know you won't. So let's process. Because what they gonna say about my beautiful boy poet, he got anger issues and he's disrespectful and he doesn't have focus. He threatened to hit a teacher. So I understand your frustration and I understand you don't have rule over your emotions yet.
Like, since I'm smart, I'm being able to accomplish stuff that others might not be able to.
Do you hear what he's saying is really deep? Come here. This is a dominant position here. You hear mentally. You got me beat. Because it's easy for you, don't mean you don't do it. Knock it out. You got it?
Yes, sir.
I forgive you, and I want you to express yourself, but you got to be respectful.
Teachers, my personal opinion. These kids wouldn't be bold enough to hit grown-ups if it wasn't disciplinary at home. Now, I got 4 kids of my own. My oldest is 18. My youngest is 9. Now, my kids would never sit there and jump on an adult. I've always taught them to make sure you respect your elders. Always. Now, I'm not saying my kids are saints. That's what I'm not saying. Because behind my back, they're totally different than what they are in front of my face. Will my 18 really jump on a grown-ass woman? Hell no. Unless you're endangering her mother or her siblings. Oh yeah, that's different. But in school, she would not dare to put her hands on a teacher. I whoop ass for less. I have literally clocked out at work. Co-workers can tell you. Go to school, whoop my kid's ass in front of everybody, and come the fuck back to work like ain't nothing happened. If my kids are not scared of me, they're not going to be scared of anyone. No type of authority at all. That is a at-home issue. That is not a teacher issue. That's a difference. No kid should be putting their hands on any fucking adult. Period. Any adult. Back in the old school, you know that wouldn't even pop. At all. Mama, granny, big mama, it don't matter. These kids are so goddamn bold to do shit, it's ridiculous. Because they don't have no fucking home training. I don't play that shit. As I got older, I definitely don't play it. When I was younger, I didn't play it. But as I got older, I tell my kids in a heartbeat, especially like my son, if you ever feel like you motherfucking froggy, I will shoot you in your motherfucking kneecaps. You're bigger than me. I will real life shoot you. Yes, I will. I'll be damned if I be sitting there fighting my own fucking kids. Not happening. Because I tell another person's fucking kid, if you don't want your kid being here and they get their ass for touching my shit or being disrespectful, don't bring them in.
So I want to finish yesterday's topic because it was done yesterday, but it's today. Common Sense with Van Silk. We're talking about teachers and how teachers are being assaulted by students, and how some teachers need anger management as well. But I can understand everything that's going on. Parents need to step up a little bit more. You know, it used to be a time where teachers used to go to the parents' house and see the environment, because we got a lot of students out here today that have disabilities, mental disabilities, and they need help. But I hope this part is very disturbing to me. This is the ending of this segment, and I'm definitely going to put this out here because it needs to be paid attention to. Teachers that have sexually abused students. On both sides, females and males. Sad to say that a lot of these female teachers having sex with their students. And they act like they didn't know what they was doing, or they want to apologize. You're supposed to be the teacher. So you're a 31-year-old teacher, and a lot of them is 31, 32, 35. And these kids are 13, 14, 15 years old. Some of these people are married. Parents entrust their kids with you. And this is the things that we have going on in society. And a lot of people turn their heads. They don't even get addressed. All I have to say is this is the world we live in. Y'all watch the rest of this segment. I hope you enjoyed it. Share it with your friends. You can catch me on rumble.com under Common Sense with Van Silk. I'm on YouTube, Common Sense with Van Silk. And you can catch me on TikTok, Common Sense with Van Silk. I know when people put out great messages and positive messages and trying to encourage people and enlighten people, it gets suppressed. YouTube is doing a great job of suppressing my videos. They never did before. You'll have to excuse me. Have a little cold walking out here. The weather in Florida is hot, cold, hot, cold, hot, cold. All I'm trying to say is, to all the educators out here, to those who are doing their jobs, to those who care about the kids, those who take their time out to do extra things with the kids, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. This is Van So Common Sense. I'm out. Y'all have a blessed day.
She's the high school teacher fired after she was accused of having sex with a 17-year-old student. And despite her telling the court there was no excuse for her actions, she got an earful from the judge.
A disgraced high school teacher apologizes in court.
There was no excuse for what I did, and I will not try to offer one.
Emily Nutley pleaded guilty after having a sexual relationship with a 17-year-old student. The 43-year-old teacher groomed the teen by sending him nude photos and raunchy text messages. They had sexual encounters in her office and in a park. Paid him an allowance of $100 per month. The prosecutor read a letter from her victim.
I really did not want to have sex with her.
but she insisted she would not leave me alone.
Nutley looked startled when the judge lashed out at her for not showing enough remorse.
It pretty much ruined the rest of his high school career. I didn't see it. I didn't hear it.
Look at her wince.
Emily Nutley.
Are you hooking up with the student?
Please leave me alone. I don't want to be on one.
Wait, that's a teacher hooking up with the student. What? Catching a predator. What the fuck? No way, it is. Bro, my boy stayed after class.
My boy stayed after class.
My boy, bro.
Yes, sir. Can I get a dab up for the one time, homie?
She's the actual teacher. She might call the cops for real. Yeah.
A new arrest report reveals disturbing details after a local teacher allegedly confesses to touching one of his own students, telling authorities that he had a crush on him. 48-year-old Francisco Mistajon arrested last week after allegedly touching one of his students at Innovations International Charter School. According to the arrest report, a student says Mistajon invited him to sit at his desk to help with schoolwork, and when he did, the teacher allegedly touched his private parts with his hand. The student says he asked to go to a restroom to get away, and then he told the school nurse what happened. The arrest report says Mistajon later admitted to touching the child to police, saying he wanted to know if he was a, quote, grown man, and thought the student was cute. Now, parents are raising concerns that the school did not properly notify them.
How concerning is it to hear that a teacher was arrested? They were arrested for lewd acts with a child under 14.
Yo, are you serious? Are you freaking serious? They should be letting us know what's going on with each teacher up here. We need to know these things because we have students here. I'm a mother of 6. There's no way they should have sat here and not let us know what was going on at the school. I'm speechless.
Metro Police now asking anyone who may have been a victim or has information about this case to contact the Sexual Assault Detail or Crime Stoppers if you wish to remain anonymous.
26-year-old science teacher Stephanie Peterson walked into her first appearance at the Volusia County Jail this afternoon, hoping to be released with just a promise that she would be back to court. Volusia County Sheriff's deputies say Peterson engaged in a sexual relationship with a 14-year-old former student of hers. The teen told deputies it began last November. He said Peterson would send him nude pictures of herself. She would also pick him up from his house late at night so that they could be together.
7-year-old boy and a 12-year-old.
Guilty or not guilty?
Guilty.
Through tears, Jacqueline Ma making a stunning admission.
Guilty.
The dramatic turn of events happened Wednesday morning inside a Chula Vista courtroom.
Guilty or not guilty?
Guilty.
The former National City Teacher of the Year admitting to lewd and sexual acts with 2 minors under the age of 14. Acts she admits were done using duress for her own pleasure.
Is that true?
Yes.
She leveraged the position of trust, not just as a teacher, but as a very well-regarded teacher. And she ended up leveraging that in a way to get trust from parents and be in a position with these children.
Before now, the former Lincoln Acres elementary teacher would have been sentenced to 180 years to life in prison. Now she faces 30 years to life with a possibility of parole.
With this resolution, we're sparing the victims from having to come in and testify in front of a jury.
Ma also pleading guilty to having inappropriate sexual photos of one of the boys on her cell phone.
This was very significant to us, not just because she won an award, but because of who she was in the community.
Deputy DA Drew Hart says this case should send a strong message to the public.
When you leverage good faith with parents and the community, and you do this to their children, there will be significant penalties to pay.